Kong Skull Island. So is it good? Is it bad? What is it? Anyways, this is a monster universe movie which started with Godzilla, of course, and now they're doing King Kong, which is cool because then we get to see him fight, and that's awesome. So I'm just gonna get right into it. This movie is not that bad. I don't know why people think it's like either it sucks or it's really good. It's neither of those. It's like in between. It's okay. It's a good popcorn flick. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like an on-rails shooter most of the time. Like you're just kind of seeing these monsters or whatever, and you're kind of just with them, and you're just like, ah! Highlights of the movie are probably King Kong, of course, and seeing all the different monsters was pretty interesting, even though I think the 2005 King Kong it's unbeatable in my opinion, because that T-Rex fight was freaking awesome in that movie, and I felt more emotionally impacted by it, especially towards the end. That it actually does make me cry a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. King Kong does really have a big presence in the movie, and you're rooting for him, and that's an awesome thing. Really, that's the only person that I was rooting for besides John C. Reilly's character, which was probably the most interesting out of all the great actors in this movie, weirdly enough. And I thought this part was also going to be really, really tacked on and stupid, but it wasn't. It actually had a little bit of heart to it, and he was the only character I cared about. Like, I wanted him to live throughout the whole movie, and I really didn't care about any of the other characters because they're all pretty throwaway, in my opinion. Even Samuel L. Jackson's, even though you kind of understand his motives in the movie, you're kind of like, okay, you do what you want. And he says a really funny line that is from another movie, and I was like fanboying at that moment. I'm like, yes, he said it! He freaking said it. Some of the things the characters do in the movie are pretty stupid, I'm not gonna lie. There was some really dumb parts in the movie, but also some really awesome parts too, like at the end fight is awesome, and of course when Kong is taking out the helicopters, that is also awesome, but everything else was kind of like, it goes by quick, but there's just like eye candy basically, and you just don't really care, except maybe about King Kong. I didn't want King Kong to die, and obviously he wasn't because he's scheduled to fight Godzilla, for crying out loud. To give this movie like a score, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. I was on a date when I saw this movie, so I probably didn't like care as much about that. I was more focused on making sure the date went okay, basically. Like, I was like, is she enjoying this movie? Am I like the only one kind of enjoying it? I don't know if she actually did or not. She might have lied to me, but I did enjoy this movie. It was stupid, it was fun, and I think that's what they were kind of going for, and just go see it on a Tuesday when it's cheap, and you'll be like, that was an okay time. I hope you enjoyed this movie review. I try to upload movie reviews sometimes, and I want to upload game reviews too, but you know, you gotta beat a game, and I'm super busy all the time. It's easier to listen to an album or go see a movie. So here you go. That was my thoughts. Anyways, have a great one. Peace. Also, I do love the music they play in this movie. It was awesome. I love some Creedence Clearwater Revival. Bad Moon Rising. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. Anyways.